Bucky is the most picked hero in the game while being the most banned hero in the game, which is insane. Generally, when it comes to hero shooters, the top level DPS or heroes in the game are going to be vastly different between low ranks and high ranks for the simple fact of mechanical skill and overall understanding of the game, along with the metas. So the fact that Bucky is the most picked in all ranks, despite being the most banned DPS in the game, is very rare, and it's kind of shows the absurdity of his kit and just how strong he is and how easy he is to play at the same time. Now, I think that the best things about him is the fact that he can do multiple things at once. He's a hit scan, burst damage, can kidnap people by pulling them in and punching them behind. He has the two best passives in the game by far, and his ultimate is also really good, especially since Loki is meta. It works extremely well because you can keep again over and over and over. But the thing I want to focus on is his passives. Now, there have been a lot of calls for him to get nerfed, and I think he does deserve a nerf, but I don't think that you need to nerf him in a way that reduces his numbers. I think there's actually a very easy way to nerf him without reducing his numbers and his effectiveness as a whole from that, and this is what I would do. The only thing they need to do, and it doesn't hurt his numbers or anything, is literally just make it to where his automatic reload and his shield gain while using cooldowns only works if he lands his abilities. Because like I said, if you watch any top level players, they will waste abilities just for the sake of getting the auto reload and getting the shields. So this way, people can't just use his throwable as basically a free reload and free shield, and they can't use his punch as an escape while also buffing his health at the same time for no reason. When you used it, and yes, as an escape, but you shouldn't get an escape and shields on top of it. That doesn't make any sense. This way, you keep his numbers up to where he's still viable and still really good, and good Buckies will still pop off, but you make it to where you have to use his cooldowns more precisely, and you have to be more decisive in how you use them. You can't just waste them. You actually have to use them with a purpose, and I think that is the most important thing for it. Like, for example, you shouldn't be able to throw a hook, miss a hook, and get value from that. That just doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't get value for missing your shots, for missing your cooldowns, and just simply wasting half of his kit just to essentially use the two strongest passives in the game. I think this would be a good way to nerf him at lower ranks so that lower skill players will not get as much value from him, but if they are still good enough mechanically, they will still be able to pop off and have the full effect of Bucky because he's not getting reduced range, damage, or anything like that. But at the top levels, you're raising his skill ceiling to an incredibly high level because now you are forcing people to actually use the cooldowns and not just use them as a auto reload button, essentially, because that's currently how he's been played, and that's really, you can't fault them because that's the best way to play him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think this would be a perfect fix to Bucky, and I think that would be a very fair thing. You don't have to do anything to his numbers. All you have to do is change how his passive work by one little change, and I think it completely fixes the issue because, like I said, he's absolutely insane, and he needs some sort of change, and I think this would be perfect.